I want you to imagine yourself in a particularly overwhelming situation. So maybe that is chaos in the home. Maybe you're imagining dirty dishes, a bunch of counters covered in clutter. Maybe you're imagining something that's nothing to do with the physical space. Maybe you're imagining overwhelm from finances or overwhelm due to the number of tasks that you have been given to complete. Now, imagine there's one more thing added. Maybe someone else does it. Maybe someone adds one more task. Maybe someone puts one more piece of clutter on an already dirty counter. Maybe your kids spill something on already dirty floors. You were already feeling overwhelmed and behind, and then one more thing just sets you over the top. And now I want you to think about what kind of thoughts are you saying, either internally or maybe even you say them out loud. I'm an internal girly. I say a lot of the mean things in my head, but maybe you say them out loud. I want you to think about what it is you say. And if your inner dialogue is nice and supportive, you probably don't need this video. But if you are a tyrant to yourself or others, then stick around because I want to help you uncover what is underneath those thoughts. And maybe, like with myself, I might just be able to help you be a little kinder to yourself and others. Hi, I am A. Rose. I am a Vanderbilt grad turned rural stay-at-home mama who is learning to live a valuable, slow life in nature. I'm growing plants and myself at the same time, and I want to invite you along on the journey to grow with me. There are a lot of things I needed to reparent in myself and to grow through, and I've learned a lot over the last 10 years, especially the last 5 or even last 3 as I became a mother. And I want to share those lessons with you. Today, if you notice, I said it's day 9 of 10 on my thumbnail. It is day 9 of 10 of a challenge I gave myself to come out into the garden every day and take care of it with the sunrise. So I'm getting up at 5 a.m., getting myself ready for the day, getting dressed, feeling good before my babies get up, going out and doing something for myself, which is taking care of my garden and plants, and then recording a video about the insights that come up while I do this. So it's a noise-free morning, no phone use, no outside input, no even music. I'm just alone with my thoughts and my plants, growing wisdom that I get to share with you. So let's return to those thoughts. Probably there's going to be 2 types of thoughts. One are going to be the ones that are really mean to yourself, the blaming, what's wrong with you, not again, why do you keep getting behind, you've done this before, I thought we already knew this, like the really self-blaming type thoughts. And then there's going to be the outward projection blames, like, I can never keep up if you keep giving me more stuff to do. Why can't you clean up after yourself? With your kids, it's like, why do you have to be so clumsy? If you notice, a lot of those thoughts are really shaming. And shaming are those thoughts that are directed at yourself and not the action. So a lot of those thoughts are very negative towards either ourselves or others. But I want us to go deeper underneath those thoughts. And no, it's not exactly probably what you expect. I know I hear a lot about how underneath the thoughts, a lot of layers down, is a fear of being thrown out of the tribe, a fear of rejection. And I absolutely agree with that. And I want to talk about what's between the obvious thoughts and that fear. What is the central theme of all of those thoughts? And for me, and I imagine for a lot of us, it's this deep feeling of not being capable. And that is what I discovered. So I used to really struggle with getting behind and getting overwhelmed, frustrated with myself or others. And I still get behind now. I'm not telling you I have a magic formula where you'll never get behind, but I'm realizing now I'm starting to be a lot better about handling being behind. I'm not losing my temper with my children or my husband. I'm not being a tyrant to myself. Instead, I'm changing the thought pattern that I have when I start to have that overwhelm. For me, the thoughts are just that deep feeling of not being capable, that feeling that I'm just never going to be able to do it, that I can't keep up, that I just don't have the ability to accomplish what it is that I need to accomplish. I'm just not capable of being a clean person, or I'm not capable of doing as many things in a day as I need to. And you could argue that maybe there's truth to those thoughts, that maybe maybe you're just really not capable of doing all the things that are on your plate. However, I could promise you, if you're having thoughts that say you're not capable, you are going to do way worse at actually handling the situation. Like, when you tell yourself, I'm not capable, you kind of just shut down. It's like, okay, noted. Like, you're telling your brain, I'm not capable, I can't do it. And the brain's like, noted, we can't do it. And then you can't do it. So I used to be a middle school math teacher, 7th and 8th graders. And math is a subject a lot of people get in their heads that I can't do this. They're like, oh, I don't know math. I can't do math. And maybe that's true. However, I tell you, the kiddos that said I can't do math, they didn't pay attention. They didn't even look at their worksheets. The few that really had that identity inside themselves that I can't do math did not even try. And so that is what I'm telling you. Whatever is overwhelming you and whatever you're feeling incapable of taking care of, you are never going to be able to take care of it if you just don't believe you're capable. If you do not believe it is possible, you're not going to try to get better. Maybe you fix it. Maybe you don't believe you're capable, but still in a shame spiral, you still manage to clean the kitchen. You're going to end up letting it get dirty again because you have that deep internal belief that you are not capable of keeping a clean kitchen. And we always prove ourselves right. The shift has been all about what I tell myself, both inside the moments and outside the moments. I love affirmations. Today my affirmation is, I am capable. I am capable covers so many things. I am capable of posting YouTube videos, being a wonderful mother, wife, and keeping a clean house. I am capable of doing it. And I'll tell you, like, there's a part of me, even when I say that, that's like, yeah, maybe not, though. Maybe you don't have time. But the days that I start my day deeply believing I am capable, it happens. Like yesterday, I remembered that I needed to prioritize the housework before editing my video. There is an order of priorities. I had been doing really good at cleaning the kitchen and editing, but sometimes I would let things pile up until I had posted my video. And yesterday I reminded myself of what really mattered. And I was like, I'm still capable. I am still going to get this video posted and clean. My 2-year-old is going through a very emotional time. She's having really big feelings right now. It's just a developmental milestone. And so I am taking care of her where she needs more attention from me. And I'm sorry, this is a sidebar. If you're a parent, let me just tell you, you probably know this. If your kiddo really, really wants you, there is no point trying to do other work. You might as well just embrace being present to them. Anyway, so yesterday I moved into the day with an idea that I was capable. And so every time I'd feel the overwhelm, when my toddler needed me a lot and I was getting behind, I hadn't cleaned the kitchen yet, hadn't edited my video yet, it would be easy to get into that spiral and been like, I can't do it, there's too much. But instead, I was like, I'm capable. I could do this. I could take care of her right now. She needs me. And I still am going to have time for my YouTube video. I have the skills. I can grow. I can learn. I can get there. It really has helped me. I just think that it's so important to build it outside the moment so that they're really a lot louder in the moment when those old thoughts start coming up. When I started on this journey of switching my thoughts, I did go through a period where I just wanted to squash the old one, to be like, no, you're capable. No, get out of here. I'm overwhelmed. No, swat it away. You're capable. But instead, I did recently learn the importance of actually embracing that feeling and being like, it makes sense. It makes sense that you're overwhelmed. It makes sense that this feels hard. It feels hard because it is hard. That's what from Dr. Becky. I've plugged her before. I really, really love Dr. Becky. She's helping me reparent myself and be a better parent to my child. Anyway, I am acknowledging those feelings. Like, hey, it does feel hard right now. It feels hard, and you are capable. This feels hard, and you're capable. This is a lot, and you're capable. We've got a lot to do, and you're capable. So that is what I want to tell you, and that is what I hope you take home today. Please, please, please be nice to yourself and remind yourself that you are capable, because you are. Do not be scared of the mess. Do not be scared of overwhelm. It is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to practice believing in yourself. You're doing such beautiful work in your life, even when it's messy. Actually, especially when it's messy.